Hey, what's up, guys? Ray Massive Flex here, and what for the first time ever, I am doing a video on Impact. I have never ever done a video on Impact, but I had to do it because I just watched my very first time ever watching the Impact pay-per-view Slammiversary, and what a night it was. We saw so many returns, so many uh some one debut. I mean, my freaking goodness. The return, we first kicked off the night with the return of the machine guns, the Motor City, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. I didn't really know who they were, but I do know who Chris Sabin is. I didn't follow TNA that much when I was younger, but I do know a little background on Chris Sabin as I've seen some stuff he's done in the older days in TNA, but I didn't know about the team. And they had a stunning kickoff match against the Radicals to kick off the show. We crowned the new X Division champion with Chris Bay defeating Willie Mack in an excellent, excellent X Divisions match right there. Tag team X Divisions championship match right there. The North retained their belts, but they won't. They may not. They may not be having it for long because they'll be going against the Motor City Smoking Guns on Impact this Tuesday for the titles. They challenged them for the titles. They'll get their title shot this Tuesday. Deonna Purrazzo is the new Knockouts champion after defeating Jordan Graves. I mean, my God, what a night. Heath Slater made his debut in Impact. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to come. It was nice to see him finally come to Impact after previously being released from WWE. Nice to see him get this refreshed start. Nice to see him come out, even though he was sent home because he was a free agent as he had on his shirt. But we all know he's already signed a deal with Impact, and it's going to be great to see him teaming back up with Rhino. They were a great team before. It's great to see them back together again. We saw the Good Brothers helped Eddie Edwards after once again he won the Impact World Heavyweight Championship, winning the Impact World Heavyweight Championship in a fatal five-way. We saw the return of Eric Young, which made it a fatal five-way. Rich Swann came back from injury, only to get re-injured by Eric Young after he eliminated Eric Young in the match. Eric Young eliminated Trey in the match, and at that end, you have Eddie Edwards winning the championship here, but there's no mistake about it. There was a ton of surprises, a ton of good comebacks. I mean, my goodness, what a show this was. Moose defeats Tommy Dreamer and retains his self-proclaimed TNA World Heavyweight Championship. You got Eddie Edwards, as already stated, who won the Impact World Heavyweight Championship once again in a fatal five-way match after pitting Ace Austin to win the belt and then to only be attacked and be saved by the Good Brothers. It's going to be interesting to see if they try to unify the belts between him and Moose, maybe a battle for glory. I feel like that will be the proper way to do it, as you now have two champs, one who is not actually considered as a champion, and the other who actually is the champion. So it'll be interesting to see if they perhaps do some type of unification match at Battle for Glory. I'm all for it if they do that between Eddie Edwards and Moose. I mean, my goodness, what a show it was tonight. So many debuts. I mean, so many returns, excuse me, so many returns. One debut with the likes of Heath Slater. My God. And to end off the show in one of the most interesting innings I've ever seen, you have the Good Brothers saving Eddie Edwards from a beatdown from Ace Austin and his partner, and then they show a video of EC3, which you knew he was coming back. You knew he was going to come back to Impact, and he did. And it's great to see him back at Impact, and he came back in a big way. Like I already said, the North retained their belts against Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan. You kind of knew that was going to happen because I didn't see them winning the belts as they could barely uh, get along to a full degree in that match. I mean, my goodness, what a show Impact was. Just, my God, I'm glad I watched it. I was glad I got to see so many big faces. I mean, the tag team division now it's going to be stacked good. The Knockouts Women's Championship is going to be even more amazing as Callie Ray won the Battle Royal to actually um, earn a title shot for that title. So now she's gonna eventually square off against Deonna Purrazzo for the title, and that should be interesting considering she just won the title from Jordan Grace in a really, really great, good match. I really loved that match as well. All the matches on this show, in my opinion, delivered. I enjoyed every last one of them. I thought all the matches, the Battle Royal had a lot of comedy spots in it, where you had you know, that guy Bravo dressing up as Rosemary and other girl he dressed up as. So some of the people I didn't know that well, but I've been watching it back for like the last couple of weeks or so, kind of getting into it. So, like I said before, guys, I didn't really grow up with Impact or watching TNA back when it was called that, but I have, done my history. I have looked at some video in recent years of the things that have happened in TNA, and my God, this was just a breath of fresh air to see so many new faces, people coming back, people making their debuts. I mean, what a show this was. They definitely delivered. I, for one, at first thought when Rich Swann came out that it was going to be kind of a upset to the fans to not actually have an actual former world champion come out in the battle royal, and then you have Eric Young come out, the rumor was that he was going to come out with his little superhero gimmick, but instead he comes out with his more psychotic gimmick, and he comes out in a big way in this battle this match and turns into a fatal 5-way. And my goodness, it was nice to see him back as he was a TNA original. So it was nice to see him finally coming back to Impact, his home. My God, what a night it was, guys. 3 new champs, Chris Bay winning the X Division Championship, Eddie Edwards winning the Impact World Heavyweight Championship, and Deonna Purrazzo winning the Knockouts Championship, Women's Championship. What a night it was. My God, I'm so glad I got to see this pay-per-view. Like I said before, guys, this is my first time ever watching an Impact / TNA pay-per-view ever. Never got to see them when I was younger. Never got to see them at all in previous years. I'm so glad I got to see this one. My goodness, especially after watching some of the past pay-per-views that they've had. And I previously watched some of the past classic Slammiversaries that they've had before. And to look at this one and to see how this one was done, I mean, they advertised the mess out of this. They advertised it so well. And my goodness, they definitely delivered, even though some people may have been expecting for maybe, a newer guy, like maybe having, um, some, even though some people were probably expecting a newer guy to win the Impact Worldwide Championship, having Eddie Edwards win it, I think that was fine, and like I said, Moose and Tommy Dreamer take nothing away from that. I really enjoyed that match as well. Some crazy bumps, cutter to the trash can. I like that cutter that Tommy did to the trash can on Moose. I like when he smashed Dreamer's face into the thumbtacks. It was a lot of innovative spots in that match. The drop kick he did on Dreamer when Dreamer was trying to jump on him. It was just a lot of spots in that match that I enjoyed. So this show definitely delivered in my opinion. And, man, I gotta say, Impact, they're stepping it up. They're definitely stepping it up. It's nice to see these guys there, and what a show it was, guys. I just wanted to come on here and talk about really quickly here just some of the just amazing returns. Of course, the one debut from Heath Slater here. God, man, I'm just so happy. Uh, to see all these guys in this show now. It's definitely Impact. It's definitely coming back stronger than ever. And like I said, it's just I want to, depending on how this video do, I might do some more Impact videos in the near future. Because I just love wrestling altogether, and I want to expand this channel and do videos and as much wrestling content as I can, not just WWE, but of course I've already started doing AEW, but now I even want to start doing Impact because that's just how much wrestling is in me. That's how much I love it. And man, this was just incredible. So with that being said, guys, sign over here, Master Flex. I just want to come on here and talk about my, you know, my thoughts on just these incredible returns and debuts. We didn't see Ace and Ace like they teased, but I mean that's fine. I mean, you still got majority of the people coming back. You still have majority of the people who were teased come back. You still have Eric Young, who's a TNA original for God's sakes, come back. He was a former world champion. You had EC3 at the end of the show. They advertised him coming back. And let me just say this really quickly. The main event was awesome. The main event, a lot of crazy spots took place in that match. My freaking God. Definitely, I think Eddie Edwards deserved it. And Ace Austin to win the championship. What a just a incredible match that was, man. Just wow, it was really good. Like I said, every match in the show delivered by a long shot. Just especially, one thing that comes to me with this show, I mean, with that particular match, was that Canadian story on the mats, which one what's his name did. But yeah, it's just man, just a really awesome show. Uh, and that's it, guys. I just wanted to come on here talk about Slammiversary for a bit. I don't know if I'll be able to see Battle for Glory, but I'm at least glad I got to see uh, TNA Impact pay per view for the first time. So that's it, guys. Sign off for the best flex and talk to you guys another day. All right.